All right, good morning. Time for a little drive time football. This is the AFL 1960, week 2. This is game number 6 of a 56 season schedule. The 1-0 Oakland Raiders travel to face the Dallas Texans. This would become, or is, one of the greatest rivalries in professional football history. The Oakland Raiders and what would become the Kansas City Chiefs. And this, of course, is the first game in my replay. Again, for those who don't know, I am using Drive Time Football's AFL 1960s decade. I will try to replay all 10 seasons. However, I'm going to use a custom schedule for every season, and I play to find out. All right, the Raiders, owned by Chet Soda. They are coached by Ernie Erdelatz. Quarterbacks, Tom Flores. The halfbacks are Tony Teresa and Alan Goldstein. Billy Lott is the fullback. The receivers are Charlie Hardy and Gene Prebola. Tight end is Doug Assad. Place kicker Larry Barnes. And kick and punt returners Jack Larsheed. The Dallas Texans owner Lamar Hunt. Coach Hank Stram, Hall of Famer. Cotton Davidson under center. Abner Haynes and Johnny Robinson are the halfbacks. Jack Spikes, the fullback. Jack Spikes had a couple of fumbles last game. Not too hot for him so far this season. Chris Buford and Bob Bryant are the receivers, and Max Boydston is the tight end. Cotton Davidson does the punting. Jack Spikes does the place kicking. Haynes returns kicks and punts, and Robinson also shares punt return duties. The Raiders do have a kickoff return. The Raiders do get the ball first. We will be rolling to see if I roll a snake eyes, the Raiders will open up the game with a kick return touchdown, which would be fantastic. They do not. They get the traditional return out to about the 23, and here we go, the Raiders' first drive of this game. Again, this will grow to become the biggest rivalry between both these franchises, Raiders and Kansas City. Still, between these two franchises, the chief rivalry. Offense, although Kansas City's dominated of late, and the Raiders have not been very good for a long time. Offense, 6 is going to be red zone, so the Raiders drive into the red zone. And the offense for the red zone is 5. It's going to be a touchdown pass for Tom Flores, who threw 2 last week. He also threw 2 interceptions. Tom Flores' TD pass. He drops back, looks, waits, fires it out to Hardy for a touchdown. The extra point for the Raiders line up, and it is good. And the Raiders go to Dallas at the Cotton Bowl and put up 7 on the opening drive. The Dallas Texans return the ball out to about the 22, 23, and their first drive is also offense, 8. It's going to be a punt, though, so Dallas cannot muster enough to get into scoring range, and the Raiders' second drive of the game is going to be offense with a safety chance, but I didn't roll high enough. It's a punt for the Raiders, so both the offenses have slowed here after the Raiders' opening drive. The Dallas Texans, the Raiders punted, so we can return this. If I roll a snake eyes, Abner Haynes will bring this back to the house. Oh, touchdown Haynes! Holy cow, it's going to be a Haynes punt return TD. Extra point for Haynes is a good PAT, folks. That's unbelievable, and that will not count as a possession. So Dallas will get to go. Again, you have to suspend disbelief as this game can create a non-linear possessions. So again, we just make an assumption here that somehow, some way, Dallas will get this last possession of the quarter. And we'll roll to see what it is. But they do return a punt for a touchdown. Offense with a safety chance 4. They punt the ball away themselves. The Raiders here punt. The Raiders here with a final possession of the first. The Raiders cannot return a punt for a touchdown. Here we go. And the Raiders are going to see the defense of the Dallas Texans 5 force a punt to end the quarter. Holy cow. Oakland 7, Dallas 7, thanks to an Abner Haynes punt return for a touchdown. Dallas gets the ball here. And so again, you only suspend disbelief if you have to have a couple of possessions in a row. It's not going to affect the outcome of the game, just the linear narrative of the game. Offense 12, turnover on downs. So Dallas drives down, gets into no man's land, decides on 4th and inches to go for it, and the Raiders pop them, hold. The Raiders now want to turn this around. Defense for the Texans, 9. Punt. Wow, I tell you what, baby, this is a defensive game. The Dallas Texans take this ball. Defense, safety. Chance for the Raiders to get a safety? No. It will be punted away. And right now, pretty good. We haven't seen a turnover yet. Oakland, offense, safety chance. I rolled a 9, so no safety, and they will have to punt. And Dallas, for the final 3 minutes going into the tunnel before halftime, can they score? Offense 4? No, they will be forced to punt, or I put time expired. Folks, it is 7-7 at halftime. The Raiders holding on. They had a great opening drive right down the field. Tom Flores throws a strike to Hardy. But then the Raiders forced to punt in their second possession. Haynes took it back to the house. And that's where we stand, folks. Third quarter, Dallas gets the ball at home in front of the Cotton Bowl fans. And they would like to come out and drive this sucker right down the Raiders' throat. And it's going to be offense 11 is red zone. So they do indeed. They drive down Cotton Davidson with a masterful performance. 7. He's going to go TD run. Pitches it to Robinson for a TD. Robinson, TD run. Extra point for these guys is good. And the hometown Dallas Texans take the lead. The Raiders now have to work. Defense 12. Turnover on downs. The Raiders drive down and decide to go for it instead of settle for a field goal. Not a bad idea based on the quality of field goal kicking back in 1960. So, not surprised. Dallas takes over after stopping the Raiders on 4th down. So the defense of the Raiders 9 is going to force a punt, but we are down. The Raiders have got to find a way to tie this game up to make the fourth quarter interesting. Offense, safety chance, no. 8, picked off. Flores threw 2 last week. He's intercepted this week. There's the first turnover of the game, and I think that may be the end. Dwayne Wood gets this one. And Dwayne Wood cannot return anything for a touchdown. They are 0. But Dallas, the final possession of the third. The Raiders' defense is 9. They force a punt. And, folks, we get Robinson scoring 7 for the Texans coming out of the tunnel. And Oakland Raiders have not scored since the opening drive of the first quarter. And right now, Dallas has the Raiders in check. Raiders with the ball starting the fourth quarter. Offense 8 is picked off again. Flores back-to-back possessions where he's intercepted. This one by Green. Wow. And again, they cannot return it for a touchdown, so Dallas just takes over. And they're going to go offense 4 is punt. Man, we need to score here. Oakland gets the ball back after a punt. We're going to go defense 3 is punt. Damn. Dallas' final possession of the game. They're already up by 7. They would love to add to the lead and put the Raiders away. And it's going to be offense 7 is red zone. There it is. Cotton Davidson drives them down the field. And 3, it's going to be a field goal. So they're going to get the field goal they need to guarantee the Raiders. Spikes, who missed 5 field goals last week, has only 1 kick this week, and he makes it. So Spikes is 1 for 1 this week. He was 1 of 6 last week. And that's going to give them the guaranteed victory. Oakland, all they can do is make the game look interesting. Here it is. It's offense 5. It's going to be a punt. The Raiders run out of time. Wow, and Dallas is going to beat the Raiders here 7-17. Raiders go to 1-1. Dallas is 1-1. And there it is, folks. This is Drive Time Football AFL 1960 season replay using original schedules. Next up, I don't have my schedule in front of me. Anyway, bear with me. I'll be back probably tomorrow or the next day with some more Drive Time Football. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.